guys, today I am going to teach you how to make Christmas crack. That's right, you heard me right. This stuff is so amazing, and what I like about it is you can mix it up, you can change it up. It's just so amazingly awesome. I love giving it away. Every year I do these little goodie bags, and I'm gonna do a series of videos so I can show you guys how I make all these yummy, yummy things. There's just something about giving a baked item to somebody or something you made, because it's like you're giving from your home to theirs. So it's my absolute favorite thing to do. It's one of my favorite parts of Christmas. So we need to get busy because Christmas be right around the corner. And I don't know about y'all, but I think I fell into a time vortex or something because my time is just flying. So to get started, you want to start with your dry ingredients, okay? Because once we start cooking down the caramely bit that goes on top, you want to be prepared, okay? So in a very large bowl, I'm going to add a box of Chex Mix, or I'm sorry, Chex cereal. We're making Chex Mix. Get it together, Donna. We're making Chex Mix, but I use a box of the Chex cereal. 4 cups of popcorn. 3 cups of pretzels. And last, I found these. They are so awesome. They're little round pretzel bites, and they just work so well in this Chex Mix. They're kind of hard to find, but if you can get your hands on some, I absolutely love these. So I've mixed together the normal twisty pretzels and then these bites. So you want 3 cups of these guys. Dump it in the bowl. Then we're going to add a 1.5 cups of peanuts and a 1.5 cups of cashews, because you know me, I love the nuts. They're so yummy. Okay, so we're going to give this a good toss carefully. I wish I had a bigger bowl, but you work with what you got, right, people? All right. Oh, I'm making a mess. All right, so we're going to, we're going to make a big old mess. That's what we're going to do. All right. Okay. So you get it all nice and mixed up. Then you want to use a large roasting pan. You want it to be deep because as we mix and stir it, you don't want it falling all over your oven. So take your big roasting pan, whatever you got, and then we're going to spray it really good with this because we don't want the sticky sticking to the pan. Woo! Cloud of smoke. And if you don't like using spray oils, you can absolutely use like butter, or you could use, I actually would recommend better probably oil because the butter might incorporate into it. So I use the spray stuff because it works like magic. And then we are going to dump all of these goodies in here. And the reason I mix it in the bowl before putting it in the pan is because I don't want to mix it around too much to where that grease that I put on the pan, I don't want it to get absorbed by the cereal. So I always like to mix it in a bowl first, then we dump it in our big old pan. So give it a little fluff. Oh, guys, this is so good. You are going to absolutely love this. It's so yummy. All right, so we got it all mixed up. And put whatever you want in it. You know, it can be any combination of, just think of anything that would be yummy with a little bit of caramel on top of it, basically. So we got this all ready to go. So now we can start on our caramel sauce. So we are going to take 2 sticks of butter, drop it into our pan. Oops, I got pretzels and popcorn everywhere, guys. And we're going to turn it to a medium heat. You don't want to cook it too high because you don't want your caramel to crystallize. So to those 2 sticks of butter, we are going to add 2 cups of firmly packed brown sugar. We're going to dump that in there. And we need 3/4 of a cup of Caro syrup. So we are going to let this simmer on medium heat until it gets all melted and the sugar dissolved. And while we're letting this simmer down, I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven to 275 degrees. This is a recipe that goes low and slow. And I just stir it until the butter is all melted. I hope you guys can see that. Okay, so now that everything is all melted and very well incorporated, we're gonna leave her alone for about a minute and a half to 2 minutes. We want it to come to a boil, but we don't want to cook it too much. If we boil it too much, it'll start to crystallize and it won't have that awesome, amazing flavor that we're looking for. And while that's going, I'm gonna move my dry ingredients over here. Once we get this going and we add the magic ingredient, baking soda, it's gonna grow and you have to be able to move super quickly. You don't want the caramel to seize up on you before you get it where it needs to go. So I like to have everything out and ready when I'm making this recipe. It's pretty easy, but like I said, it goes fast once this caramel is ready. All right, guys, see how it's starting to bubble? We want this boiling to be over the entire surface of this yummy, yummy, luscious goodness here. And this, guys, is a recipe that you do not want to do with small children. This caramel is extremely hot, can cause horrible burns. So you just need to be paying attention, make sure there's not little ones under your feet because we don't want to burn our children. All right, so it's been a minute. I'm gonna turn the flame off. Very important, guys. If you don't turn it off, it could all like go crazy on you. Okay, so we're gonna give it a stir. And to this, we are gonna add 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and it's gonna steam up and pop up. So be careful, my friends, be careful. And then to that, I'm gonna add a teaspoon of salt because we're definitely going for the sweet and savory. And then this is where the fun magic happens, guys. So I am gonna add to this 2 heaping teaspoons of baking soda and watch what happens. We're gonna do 1 and 2. And then watch what happens. It turns and it foams and it grows really big. So you wanna make sure, see how it's all foamy and it's growing? You do not wanna use a small saucepan because it can boil over and burn you. See how it gets all fluffy? That's from the baking soda. So then we are gonna very carefully pour this over our dry ingredients. Oh yeah, coat it in luscious yummy yumminess. Scrape all this out. Oh, this is so good. And I love to, like, when the pan cools down, I like eat the caramel off the side. Confessions. Okay, so then we're gonna give this a stir, and we wanna make sure that it is coated very well, mixed over all the stuff, and you wanna work fast, because like I said, you don't want this caramel to cool down on you. So we're just giving it a good old stir. right, that looks pretty good. Bang it off so we can get all the goodness in there. All right, so now we're gonna put it in the oven at 275 for 15 minutes. See you then, bye. All right, guys, it's been 15 minutes. Let's see what's a cooking. So we're gonna pull this out of the oven and grab our magic wooden spoon. And we're just gonna give it a good stir again. And you'll notice each time you do this that the caramel is getting darker. Oh, this stuff is so good. And I just give it a good stir because you want to make sure everything gets some. All righty. So give it a good stir. Now we're going to pop it back in the oven for another 15 minutes. See you in a bit, boo. Bye. Okay, guys, it's been 15 minutes. Let's pull them out again. Ooh, yummy, yummy. So then we are going to give it another stir and see how it's getting darker with each. Can you see? Hope you guys can see that. It gets darker and darker. So you just give it a good old stir. And we're going to do it one more time for 15 minutes. And then she'll be done. See you in 15. Bye. All right, guys, it's been 15 minutes. Let's see how she's looking. Ooh, howdy. That looks so good. And then we're going to give it one more stir. Oh, yummy, yummy. And you're going to let this completely cool. We're going to add some M&Ms and other goodies to it. But you want to make sure it's absolutely cold because what does chocolate do in the heat? It melts. So you want to make sure it's completely cool. And about every 5 minutes or so, walk by and stir it and break it up. Otherwise, you will have a Chex Mix chunk and you would have to break like the cereal and everything to get it separated. So just give it a good stir like every 5 minutes so that way it doesn't all seize together. See you in a bit once it's cooled. Hey guys, so it's the next day. I went ahead and I left it overnight. That way it would be completely cool. Once we start adding in all our stuff, you don't want to do it while it's still warm because we all know what happens to chocolate. It melts, right? So as you might be able to tell, my container is slightly empty than how I left it yesterday because I have two-legged critters in my house, aka children, who love to grub on this stuff. So like I said, it's crack. It will disappear. So that's the only downfall of waiting till the next day to add in the mix-ins. So I'm just going to mix in some chocolate chips, some M&Ms, some mini M&Ms, and some peppermint bark. And then you just give that a good zhuzh with your hands. And then I like to put them in little baggies. Okay, so I get these little cellophane bags, and now you can get them like on Amazon for like 900 of them. I think it was like 10 bucks. So super cheap. And the reason I like these is they are self-sealing. So you just pull it off, stick it, and you're done. Now, of course, if you have time, you can always do like curling ribbon and things like that and really zhuzh it up. But I'm making gift boxes with lots of goodies in it. And so the box is going to be decorated, not so much the Chex Mix. Just put it in a little thingy dingy here and shut it. And there you go. Chex Mix ready to give away and make your friends addicted to crack too. So have a Merry Christmas, guys. I'm going to try to bring you some more videos about cool stuff you can do for the holidays. If you enjoy, please subscribe, leave a comment, any suggestions of something you want me to show you how to make. I'm completely down, so just let me know. See you guys later. Bye.